What's happening, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED.com, and today we have a 2005 Lexus ES we'll be doing an LED interior installation on. Now, this installation is compatible with year models 2001 to 2006, that's considered the 4th generation, and is additionally compatible with the 2001 to 2003 ES300, as well as the 2004 to 2006 ES330. Now, today we're going to be doing an installation on our front map lights, the rear dome, courtesy door, vanity mirror lights, and in the backup reverse lights, license plate lights, as well as a trunk light. For today's installation, we'll be doing a premium 5730 style LED conversion, and that link for this product is available below in the description link. Let's go ahead and get started. We're looking now at the interior overhead map lights, and as you can see, we've already replaced one side with an LED. To perform this installation and remove this lens cover to get access, we're going to use one of the 3 included tools that come with every single kit. We have a fork-shaped wedge tool, pointed wedge tool, and a serrated knife tool with a flat end on this side. For this particular cover, we're going to come in with the fork-shaped wedge tool, come in on the side here, and start lifting off at the very edge right here, and prying it down, and then working our way around, pulling them out. There you go. And as you can see, we were removing these 4 prongs here to get it out, and obviously from this side it'd be much more difficult to remove. Here we have the halogen bulb. This one twists to lock into place, so you're just pushing it back, twisting it, and then it pops out. Just like this. And there's a BA9S type cylindrical bulb here. Replacing it with our new LED. These are non-polarity specific, which means that it will go in whether you put it in this way or this way, it'll still work. You get it into the socket, you push down and you twist it until it locks into place right there. You want to make sure you test before, and then we're going to put this panel back on. Like I said before, these ones are stationary, so these ones go in first. Oops, sorry, this way. And then you're pushing these 4 prongs in at the end. There you go. We're looking now at the rear overhead dome light in the passenger area of the vehicle. You're going to use the serrated knife tool, just this pointed section here, and there's 2 indentations, one here and one here, for you to pry out this cover. So we're just going to start here, pry this side out, and go to the other side, and that will release the lens cover for you to access the bulb. Now this festoon style bulb should come out. You just need to pull back on this adjustable portion here. And I'll use a tool so you get a better view here. And that one pops right out. Now again, similar to the vanity lights, you want to push this back a little so that you have more access for the larger bulb. We're going to use a pair of needle nose pliers so you can actually see what's going on versus just using my fingers. There we go. Then you want to push these so that the LED boards are facing down, and that way the most light output comes out, just like that. Once you have it in, this lens cover, you can put it in either way, but I'm going to start with the back first. Actually, sorry, has to be this side going in first, and then you're pushing to snap it back in place. We're looking now at the courtesy door light on the driver's side, and this process is the same for every door on the vehicle. You're going to use the pointed wedge tool, come in from the top, and just start prying down on both sides. And that should start to expose the entire housing until it comes out. And as you can see, it's just some pressure clips on each side that's holding it in place. We're going to remove the power connector to turn off the light. And then to actually access the bulb here, you need to remove this plastic lens. So you can just come in through the side here. Actually, you may not even need a tool, but there you go. Just prying off the plastic lens here. Now you have access to the bulb. And this might be a little bit hot, so I'm not going to touch it with my fingers, but I am going to wiggle it out with the pointed wedge tool. And we'll let that drop down. So now we have the bulb exposed, and we're now going to replace it with our new LED. You want to make sure that these wire leads here are pointing out towards the sides. That way you make sure you get contact with the holder here. And then you just want to plug it in to verify that it works. We know it works. And we're going to put this thing back in. Now when you look at this, it only goes in a particular way. So as you can see, these ones here don't line up. Flip it around. And just pushing it back in place. Once you have it in, connector goes back on. And you're going to push in on both sides with equal pressure. And actually, we need to flip this around so the connector is coming on the side closest to the edge of the door. And there you go. We're looking now at the vanity mirror light on the driver's side. And we're going to use the flat end of the serrated knife tool. Insert here on the corner side closest to the off portion of the switch. We're inserting and prying, and that should pop out the cover pretty easily. Once you have the cover out, this bulb comes out. There is a side here that is movable, and the festoon type bulb should come right out. Now in order to get the new premium bulb in, you have to adjust this very slightly, and you want to push this portion of the connector over to allow the additional room needed for the slightly larger bulb. There you go. Now this is not polarity specific, just like the other type of bulb, so whether it came in this way or you flipped it around and did 180 degrees on it, it would still turn on. That one should be secure, and now we can take the lens cover. This side with the more exposed edge goes into the side closest to the on position, and then you're pushing down to lock it in place. We're going to show you now how to access the trunk as well as the license plate light on the Lexus, and that is through this trunk lid panel that you see here. We're going to be using two of the tools, our fork-shaped wedge tool and our serrated knife tool, and you see how they have these indentations here in each, and that helps you get access. It lets you pry up these pins that are just held in by pressure. I've gone ahead and done some of the work so we can speed up our installation process here, but pretty much know that these two tools in combination will help you to remove all of these pins that are around the vehicle. You want to make sure that the majority of these are taken out, but once you have enough of this out, you can push down here, and now you have access to the license plate up here, as well as the backup reverse light right here. Let's start with the backup reverse light. You can take some pliers or use your fingers here. You take this connection, turn it counterclockwise, and that should expose the bulb. I'm going to replace it with one of our 10 SMD 5730 style LEDs, the backup reverse light. Once that's in, we're going to go ahead and reinsert. And lock it back in place. Reaching back here for the license plate light, we're going to turn this connector counterclockwise down. That should pop out the cover and access to the bulb. We're just going to pull this one out and replace it with one of our LEDs. Now this is a standard LED. The premiums are a little bit too large to fit. and this one is polarity specific. So when you install this, you'll want to make sure that everything lights up before you go ahead and put all of this back together. And that way you can save yourself some trouble if it doesn't turn on. Remember, if it doesn't turn on the first time, you can just flip this connection around and reverse the polarity before it goes back in. For demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and flip this one back into place without testing. And that one goes in, twist it clockwise, it snaps into place. You want to do the same process here I did on this side, on the other side, and then test the lights before you button back up. For the rear trunk light that's on the the driver's side of the trunk compartment, we're using the flat end of the serrated knife tool. It's going to come in from the bottom here and start working your way around the sides to pop off the lens. There we go. And as you can see, this side here is a little bit wider than this side, so you want to make sure when you put it back in that you know which sides you're going in from. Now this bulb just comes out with a bit of pressure here on the side, and we're replacing it with the new LED bulb. Now this is polarity specific, so in this orientation it won't work. You flip it around in this orientation, it does turn on. Push it in, and all we have to do is put this back in place. Like I said before, these ones here are a bit shorter, so they go in on this side. You just push it back in place, like that.
And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com, or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Now, like we said before, please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.